Hey guys, welcome. I just wanted to do a follow-up on my previous video showing you guys that I'm using the Masterblend formula to feed my seedlings. So this is how I mix it up. I'll get right to the point. We're using the tomato blend formula by Masterblend, and we're using it at half strength. So per 4 liters, we're going to put 1 1/4 grams worth in. You'll need a scale to measure this stuff out properly. You can get them cheap at Walmart. So it doesn't hurt to give your bag a good shake prior to mixing it. I've already done that. So we'll measure out, what did I say, 1 1/4 grams? There's our 1 1/4 grams. That's the tomato formula. This always goes in first. There's an important order of operations when you're mixing this stuff. You just want to toss it in your water there. Give it a good stir. I'm lacking something to stir with. One moment. Okay, now that we've got that in there, we want to stir it well. It helps to use warm water because it'll dissolve easier in there. You want to make sure you stir it well, like a few minutes. Take a look, make sure there's nothing sitting on the bottom. You want it to form a solution, the one with the water. If you fail to do that, when you mix your ladder additives, it's going to fall out, and the nutrients you're putting in there won't be available to your plants. That's no good. So we'll give that a few minutes to mix. In my case, it appears to be working relatively quickly, but there is still a little bit floating in there. We'll just mix it out. Like I said, warm water will help you a lot with this. You want to be sure you have it well mixed. Next, after tomato formula, comes your magnesium sulfate, and you're going to use that at half the ratio you did to the tomato formula. So in this case, for 1 4-liter reservoir, that's going to be 0.65 grams. You want to make sure there's none left in there either. You don't want them mixing. What this actually is, magnesium sulfate, commonly known as Epsom salt. Nothing fancy. You're going to want a scale that does points of grams when you're doing this. So there's our 0.65 there. I find this stuff dissolves much easier than the tomato mix portion. Same deal. Give it a good mix. Some people even wait up to 30 minutes in between mixing, but for the sake of time, I'm doing a condensed video for you guys. You do want to mix it very well. Finally here, I'm just going to tear my scale because it's being a little bit finicky. Third, calcium nitrate. And this goes in the same ratio as the tomato blend. We're using a half ratio for our seedlings today. That's going to be 1.25 grams. This stuff's amazingly heavy. I got double what I need there. You can even back off a little more with this stuff on your seedlings because it is powerful, and you might burn your seedlings if you're not careful. So we're just going to add 1 gram. There we go. There's our gram. Always make sure you seal your bags well. You don't want moisture getting in here. This is good stuff. It's probably one of the best fertilizers on the market, and I highly recommend it. It's given me great results so far. So always seal up your bags. You don't want it getting spoiled on you. Last but not least is our calcium nitrate. This one's a little harder to dissolve. You're going to want to give this one a good mix. This one will probably take a few minutes, even with nice and warm water. Getting it well mixed is crucial. You don't want to rush through this process. And like I said, I'm even doing it a little bit quickly today just for the sake of making a video that's not too boring for you guys. I cheated a little bit. My water's a little on the hot side. I'm going to fill up the final liter afterwards with some cool water. Now, I lied. There's one more thing I like to add. In this spoon, I have Floralicious Plus. It's a product by General Hydroponics, and it's got humic acid in it. It's got kelp, humic acid, all kinds of good things. It'll really help with root growth, help give your seedlings a boost of all those micro and macro nutrients they need. It is strong stuff. It's very concentrated. You use about 1 ml per gallon. That'll help your plants grow big and strong. Okay, so I filled my water up to the top now with cold water to bring it down to a reasonable temperature. There's one remaining thing I meant to mention, and that's chlorine and chloramines. So what I have here is called a Campton tablet, and you put that in your mixture, and what it'll do is neutralize the chlorines and the chloramines, and your plants will be a lot healthier. Those chlorines and chloramines are really hard on your roots and all the microorganisms that live in your soil. So if you want to have a good, healthy living soil and a happy environment for your roots, it really pays to get rid of those chlorines and chloramines. So what I do is 1 Campton tablet will treat 20 liters of, I believe it'll actually treat 20 gallons. I could be wrong, of water. Read the packaging. So it helps to crush it up and powderize it like so. I know it looks bad, but you just drop it right in there. Give it a little mix. Doesn't matter if you put a little too much or even double. It won't hurt anything. And it doesn't take long. Within a few minutes, all the chlorine and chloramine in that mixture will be neutralized. So it really pays to use the Campton tablets. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be bringing you ongoing advice through the season on everything I do, from seed all the way up to harvesting, canning, and putting it on my table. Thanks. One final thing I forgot to mention after mixing your Masterblend is you'll want to pH your solution. The ideal pH is, about 6.5 for garden plants. You can go a little lower if you're growing hydroponically. So get yourself a good pH pen and always check the pH of your solution before feeding it to your plants. Thank you.